Noodles. So when I was at Trader Joe's the last time and I picked up their salsa, I saw these Trader Joe's squiggly knife cut style noodles with a spicy garlic sesame sauce. A couple flames there, one there at the top, one over here, so very nice. That's what a packet looks like. Get 4 packs of noodles in this. Before I spill it, I went ahead and got my noodles ready as far as cooking them. So as you can see, they're a squiggly, thicker style noodle. So they're not quite a ramen noodle, but pretty much the same. So let's see. Says delightful, chewy dining experience. 460 calories. Ingredients I see on here: red chili powder, then another chili powder, chili pepper, cayenne powder, more chili pepper, sesame seed paste, and all the other stuff. Spicy garlic oil. So that's the spicy components to what we have here. It came with this packet, which is the sesame seed paste, which I put that in there already. And then the creamy spicy garlic sesame sauce. Trader Joe's. Ooh, smells good. Let's go ahead and get that in there, and then we can get to enjoying this. Nice deep red, kind of goldish color to it. Okay, there you have it. I don't know about these. I was hoping they were going to be a little bit hotter than what they're kind of turning into, you know. But I left some broth in here as well, so we can maybe drink that at the end. And, you know, typically with any spicy ramen, packaged ramen that is, most of your spice is all going to come in that broth. So if you're not drinking your broth as you're eating or at the end, you know, you're just doing yourself a disservice. You're not getting the full possibility of what kind of spice or heat that those noodles may have. You know, unless it's a really, really thick paste that you can get to kind of stick to the noodles, you know, it's all going to be left in that broth, and you just get little hints of it as you eat them. So change the color of the noodles a little bit. I don't smell much heat. I smell a lot of garlic. Seems to be more of like a chili oil, if you will, more than a sauce. The sesame comes through quite a bit. I was already getting some nice sesame smell to the noodles themselves based on, you know, that paste that I added while cooking them. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what we got. Hopefully I don't burn my mouth too bad. Oh, wow. These are, let's give it another couple here. Let's see. Now, old trick I learned from some other chili heads. I cut my noodles. So they were longer, you know, as you would probably expect. I cut them after cooking them. just to make it a little bit easier to eat, less flopping around and all that, and less having to slurp them up. But they were longer. I like the thicker noodle. More of a spaghetti, or not a spaghetti, but a real smaller diameter, like lasagna vibe to it. But these have very little flavor. Very little flavor. I can taste the noodle itself. So whatever the noodle's made out of, right? I can taste that more than garlic, spice, chili powder, the sesame paste. You know, it's just kind of a bland noodle flavor. But like I said, the overall noodle itself is actually pretty good. Seems to be of high quality. All the flavor on these is in that broth, I can tell. Because with each bite, you know, I get a little bit of some flavor. Just a little bit. And then as I eat the noodle, it goes away. Let's drink a little bit and see. Yeah. That broth definitely brings more flavor. It's still lacking in flavor. It's not overpowering with any flavor. It seems to be... Still a lot of calories though. But maybe a slightly better version of like ramen noodles, a better in terms of, you know, for you health wise. And that may be why it's lacking a little bit in flavor. I'm not 100% sure. I've reviewed a lot of ramens. I went through a phase there where I was reviewing ramens almost for sure weekly, almost daily. Spicy ramens, that is. Packaged ramens. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done that. But from what I recall, the noodle itself here, again, like I'm repeating myself, but the noodle itself here seems to be a very high quality. It tastes really good. It's just the overall dish, the overall bowl here is just very, very minimal in flavor. It's very bland. I didn't add anything to these. I didn't add salt and pepper. I didn't add any other spices. I just added the packet that it came with. So be wary that I think you're getting a good quality noodle here that tastes good, but you're going to have to add some flavor to it. I mean, and we haven't even touched on spice, right? Obviously there is none. Because there's really no flavor at all. So I'm not getting any warmth, but I'm not getting much flavor either. Again, when I drink the broth, it's better. But it's almost this flavors that it just doesn't stick around long on the palate. You know, it's there, then it's gone. And the flavors that do kind of come through is the sesame and some garlic. And that's about it. Well, you know, and of course on the picture they've added some spring onion and what looks to be some other stuff. But you got to do better than that, you know? It is what it is, though. It was worth the experiment. I'll give it this. It does get a little bit better as you continue to eat it, which is why in a lot of my videos, well, all of my videos are uncut, unedited, and all that, but is why I kind of eat the entire dish for the most part every time. Take 1 or 2, 3 bites of something. That heat, flavor, the overall judgment of the food, you know, or the spice really is what I'm after, can kind of build, can kind of kick in a little more the more you eat of something, right? So this does get a little bit better, but still, bland is the word for today. Might be better to eat this with a spoon. Cut your noodles really small like I did. Maybe even smaller so you could use a spoon. And that way you're getting broth without drinking it the way I am. And noodle simultaneously. Again, that was the best. That was the best bite there. So there you have it. Trader Joe's squiggly knife cut style noodles with a spicy garlic sesame sauce. Thanks for burping with me.